Hi, I'm Donald Northcross, and I'm the founder of the OK program, which I started in 1990. And we focus on boys, number one, because as an African-American male, I know how to relate to African-American boys. I know the challenges that they're facing because we face some of the same challenges that our boys faces, So it's our responsibility to come back and focus on African-American males. That's why we're asking black men to join us, because there's nobody else can do nor should do for our community and our boys what black men can do. And mentoring is the best way to do it.
The main thing I see with the young boys that we service in the OK program is that they want and need a positive role model in their life. So many of the homes today are ran by single mothers. A lot of these students want that male role model to help them guide them in life.
The reality is black boys are going to learn from black men, whether it's good or bad. The problem is right now, they're learning from so many of the guys out there that are not trying to lead them in the right direction. So what we're doing in the OK program, we're holding black men accountable to help raise black boys.
The OK program sort of becomes a surrogate father in the sense of the mentors coming together, the mentors coming, we call them teammates.
A teammate for the OK program works with the officer. Our position basically is to help mentor the boys as they go through the program. We basically assist the officer. He does most of the legwork as far as being in contact with the schools, with the parents and so forth. And we come on Saturdays to reinforce some of the lessons that the officer is teaching the boys and to show them that there are successful African-American men in their community that they can look toward and aspire to be like.
One of the things that you have to commit to and being a teammate, an open OK program teammate, is the minimum requirement is that you give 3 Saturdays per year is it. Many of us who are really passionate about the program really dedicate more than 3 Saturdays a year, but that's really all the program is asking you to do.
A lot of people think they're kicking it, and the kick it is actually an acronym that stands for kids interacting, communicating. It mixes a fancy word for mixed in with teammates. And that curriculum includes things like critical thinking skills, anger management and self-control, stereotyping issues that we talk about. We also talk about etiquette and relationship building. And so during this time, we're able to dialogue with these young boys, and we don't do all the talking all the time. So they have a great example from the men that look like them, that's explaining to them some things that they went through in life, and these guys can relate to it. So it's important during those times that we cultivate relationships with these young guys, and we still teaching these guys how to be young men.
And the kicking session starts at 10 and goes at 2 in the afternoon. The curriculum is already designed. The officer's been trained to facilitate the discussion with the boys. And then after that, we have our lunch together, we pray over our food, and then we eat like a family. And then after that, there's recreation, there's flag football, there's basketball. It's a lot of fun.
The OK program helped me out a whole lot. I came from a household with no father, so there was no male structure. My mom did an awesome job, but there's a certain type of structure that I received from Deputy Norcross that I wasn't receiving at home. Home was great, but it was something different coming from another male, an African-American male like that. I didn't know too many male African-American males at the time that I met Def. So he played a major role in who I am today, the structure that he gave me.
When you look at black boys growing up without a father, you look at a boy really he really doesn't understand what being a black man in America is really all about. So having a black man to mentor him, having a black man to come into his life, which a lot of these inner city black youth, we see it every day, they never met their father. So for these black men to be involved in their lives is just so important for them, because 18 years that a father should have been in their lives, teaching them, training them, growing them into becoming a man, can now be, we don't have 18 years, but we have a few years that we can interact with them and helping them become a black man in America.
It's very significant to me as an African-American male that we as black males get involved, because we see this every day on the news, worldwide, whatever country we're in, we have the same problem. People perceive us one way, but no one understands us better than we do. So if we don't get involved, we can't blame this problem on anyone else. So we, as fathers, as grandfathers, uncles, or whatever we are, we have to get involved to save our young brothers' lives. And that's it for me. I don't see any other way. It's a great program. Love it.
I get a satisfaction of being a part of something that is positive for our black community and our young boys. some of the things that I see in the news kind of disturbs me a lot. And I don't have any kids as such, but I do know that it's necessary for me to get involved in order to show these boys that they too can be successful.
We've had a few thousand young men to come through the OK program and that are very successful all over the country. And what we were able to do, and I say we, I mean black men and black police officers in this community, in our community, were able to stay with these young men and guide them and let them know that we love them, we believe in them, and we support them, but we weren't going to tolerate drugs, gang, teenage pregnancy, and poor education any longer. And when you let our boys know that we love them, that black men love them, then we can let them know we're not going to tolerate. And I think that that's the key, you know, is to let people know the story.
It's time to get with the program.
This is the time, the perfect time to get with the program.